So after our conversation the morning of Labor Day, she was actually talking to me on her way to work, and by the time she got to work, we realized that we still had to continue this because we didn't want to lose each other, and so I was at home at my parents' house, so I started like then I went and I talked to my parents more about this, and more ideas came up, more ways to make this happen, more complications that would need to be overcome, more dialogue happened, and and that was kind of good because it showed that my parents were working with me. They were giving me time to figure this stuff out, and I just appreciate everything that they're doing right now because I'm not that free with my father, and this marriage discussion is really breaking that boundary or wall, I guess. Because like marriage is like a very, I don't know, it's a very emotional topic, or it's just weird. We always talked about schooling or jobs or other like non-emotional stuff, and here we are talking about, I don't know, it's just it was I really am enjoying the dialogue that I'm having with my father, uh, because it's a topic about something that I want out of life, not something that I need or is like academic or some other stuff, and he also wants like this to happen, but he sees all this complication stuff. So how do we get over this, like finances, paperwork, and other such stuff, and the fact that we're breaking so much cultural boundaries in that I'm not out of school, and I can't support her or pay for the marriage or other such stuff. Not to saying that like, well, both sides of the families are breaking cultural boundaries, which is very cool because I was never one for cultural boundaries. So talk with my parents, right? I get a text from her brother saying that he and his friend are hosting a barbecue for Labor Day because everyone's off, and well, most people are off because she was going to work. But anyway, they're like, "Can you come?" And I initially didn't want to go because of graduate school starting the day after Labor Day. But then because of all that I talked with my parents about, I realized that I needed to talk to her brother about it, and her brother wanted to talk to me too. And I also like asked my fiance to come over there, and then we had to devise a plan. Me, her brother, and my fiance. Wait, me, her, and her brother. Let's just stop using the word fiance. And we devised a plan to get her out of the house because I don't think her parents would allow that, like knowing that she's going to see me or whatever. So basically what happened was I picked her up from work, dropped her home, but this is the plan that we came up with. I picked her up from work, dropped her home, waited somewhere. Her friends came to her house, got her out of the house. She came back into my car. We followed her friends because they had GPS, and then we took off. And I can't believe that worked as perfectly as we planned it, and I just felt that was very beautiful. Anyway, as we're driving there, me and her are talking, and we're following the car in front of us. And then after a while, my fiance, realized that we're kind of going in circles, and so she calls the guy's house that we're going to, and she gets like confirmation that we're going the wrong way, and immediately we honk at the car in front of us. We take over, make a U-turn, and like do all this other stuff, and we get there within like 3 minutes. And instantly when she gets off the phone, I just like had to high five her because I was like, that was amazing how she took control of the situation, resolved it, and it was just amazing how we just took over and like became the leader, and then like found the place instantly. And I was proud of her for doing that. That was pretty cool. Anyway, get to this Labor Day get together. There's like 10 people there, and then there's an 11th person. Really wish the 11th person wouldn't have been there, but anyway, I'll explain that later. Get to this gathering, and I see her brother doing the barbecue. I said that wrong. Doing the barbecue. He's barbecuing, and so that's outside. So me and him are talking outside about like his sister, and the fact that he wants his sister to be happy, and he doesn't care about how wealthy or stable or whatever the case is the guy is. He realizes that his sister, his only sister, is like, her happiness lies with me, and he thinks I'm a good person, and he's trying to help us make this work out with his parents. And so I really appreciated everything, because he said he was going through the same thing with his girlfriend slash fiance. But anyway, and so we were talking about all this, and I told him about like, how am I going to pay for the marriage and all this other complications that me and my parents talked about, and like we came up with some ideas and ways to like I really enjoyed conversing with him, because it gave more options and stuff. So anyway, am I saying so anyway too much? Anyway, the grilling is done, and then we're eating and watching this like Hindi movie, which I don't understand, but I just kept laughing the whole time, because I saw people with mustaches, and I found that funny. Anyway, and then this 11th guy comes in. This 11th guy is just a normal human being, I guess, but he's a more strict and like more culturally whatever person, and we don't want him to know about the complications or the fact that me and my fiance, and so all the other 10 people know about everything that's happening. We have to like avoid talking about our situation or all this other stuff around this 11th person. And so we were talking, and like we just like playing games and whatever. And I remember like in the middle of like playing games and whatnot, I didn't really enjoy playing games, because that's not the reason I went to the barbecue. It was to talk to her brother and her, and she was like not being. Oh wow, she's calling. I'm not going to pick up right now. But remember that you are calling right now as I'm doing this vlog. That is so cool. I'm so sorry, but I have to finish this. That's amazing. Anyway, what happened was that... Oh, okay. So I went... I didn't enjoy the whole partying thing right now, because that's not why I was there, and I was having a lot of like emotional issues and whatnot. So I went into the bathroom. I made some phone calls to find the middleman, which was my cousin's parents, and I asked her to ask her parents if they would serve as the middleman. I called my parents and I was like, we found a middleman, contact my this cousin's parents, and they did that, and then they're supposed to be talking today, and so they are supposed to do that today. And anyway, I come out of the bathroom and I'm just waiting for them to finish their game and whatnot, and then we all come up with an idea that we're going to pretend like the party's over. Everyone's going to leave and go to their cars, and just so that the 11th person thinks that the party's over, and then he goes away, then we come back and we talk about the situation that me and my fiance are facing, and all 10 of us like help resolve that or come up with ideas and whatnot. And that was just so beautiful, I think, how that transpired. We actually did that. We said that the party's over, went to the car, he left, came back, and that was pretty cool. That was very cool. And we talked and we came up with like ideas such as like with the marriage cost, just do a court thing and don't do the festivities until you guys can support it.